What's up, you guys? It's me, Harley J, and today we're going to be talking about this. Hi, I'm Harley J. So, in the beginning, when I did this, and we get to the intro, we're going to be talking about making video with your smartphone, which that's what I do. I'm a smartphone videographer. I might be getting an actual DSLR soon, but I will still always be I will always tell people to start off with a smartphone. It's just the best thing to do, and you can make some amazing video. Even though this camera can only go up to, it can't do 4K video, but it can do anywhere under 4K. And when you do 1080p, it can't do 24 frames for 1080p, but this is still a good camera. If you are trying to get a good camera, I recommend Apple iPhones. That's what this is. It's amazing. And just always I feel like the newest will always have the best camera. So try to get the newest. And yeah, so the first thing you'll need is to make a video on your smartphone is, of course, your smartphone. You will also need that's the first thing you'll need. And you might want some apps for it. I personally do a lot of my video work on my dad's smartphone for short films and that kind of stuff. But then what I'm doing, like a lot of my YouTube videos are actually shot on this phone using either the DJI app, but we'll get into that later, or just native camera app. But the reason I use my dad's phone for short films is because I can get a little higher quality because he has the iPhone XR, and then I downloaded a few apps on his phone, not my phone. I don't know why I did it on his phone, but I did it on his phone. But I can still get similar videos if I just use if I just shoot straight out of Adobe Rush. But then I just have to edit in Adobe Rush, so I don't really use that. But now let's go on to getting your footage steady. So you have your smartphone. Now you need to but if you just hold it like this, it will kind of be shaky. And that's good for like an action scene or a fight scene. But if you want those smooth movements, you might want something like this. This is a gimbal. This is the Osmo Mobile 2. I did a video on this, and I will probably put a link in the description to this, but I might not. I might forget. You know what? I'm not gonna put. Just got a text message on my phone. That's a bad thing about using your phone. You get lots of notifications. Yeah, this will just make all your footage very smooth. And then I use the DJI app, which DJI makes this gimbal. This is the Osmo Mobile 2, and DJI makes this gimbal. And there will not be a link in the description for this, but yeah, it just makes it all super smooth and steady. But yeah, make sure to check out my video on this gimbal and the app. And like I said, the app I'll use for this gimbal is the app that is made for this gimbal. And if you've seen the other DJI gimbals, it's not the same. Well, this is one of the apps that the DJI Go. DJI has more than one app, and this always gets confusing. But yeah, usually so I can get some nice footage, and it takes a lot of time to load. That's one of the things I don't really like about this gimbal, but if you can see it, yeah, it's a pretty good gimbal. I really like it. But then if you don't want to get moving shots, you definitely need a tripod. And before you get one of these, you should definitely get a tripod. Well, any tripod will work. If you get tripod that's made for phones. That then you won't need a mount, an extra mount. But I always just use big cinema camera tripods, and then I just add a small mount like this on, so I can mount my phone or any phone that I use. So yeah. Then you also want a microphone. So I have some. So the microphone I use, I don't think I did a video about this microphone. It's a small shotgun microphone. I also use lavalier mics, but a lot of the time I use this little small shotgun microphone. It's small, easy to use, and yeah, it's just a little. It also works for your camera. So if you have a DSLR, you can also get this one. Check out my gear kit. It's in the description below, and you'll see all my gear for my What's My Camera Bag video. But this is just making. So a good microphone always helps. Yeah, this is a great microphone. So you'll see it on my kit if you go there. I also use lavalier mics, but I don't know what they're called. It's just my dad's company had it. It's the only thing well, there's a few things that my dad's company that I have from my dad's company. But a lot of things I actually bought with my memory, but like this microphone, this gimbal, this phone, all that kind of stuff I bought. Well, not the phone. That was donated. But a lot of things I bought myself. But let's not talk about that. If you are willing to get more good moving shots, if you want to get like a slider shot, then you gotta get a slider. I think the best one that is portable, and it's pretty good for video. It actually comes with with this mount. This is the mount that came with it. I have other ones also, but it's right here. Again, link in my gear kit. I'm pretty sure like all this stuff will be on my gear kit, but yeah, it's a pretty nice slider. It's called the Zektis new slider, I think, by Newer, but it's pretty small. I'm pretty sure it's made out of carbon fiber. Maybe it's metal, aluminum. I don't know. It's a pretty nice slider. Sometimes I use it as a jib if you don't have a jib. I personally don't have a jib, but a jib would be good. But yeah. What else What else do I have? If you're just starting out with it, if you're just vlogging, if you're just like a vlogger, I recommend getting a selfie stick. That's the best vlogging tool for video. You could get a GorillaPod, but then with the selfie stick, it's actually more. I think a selfie stick is a little more portable and better for vlogging than a GorillaPod. But then with the selfie stick, you can't really add a camera. So that's why I just use this. If I do get a camera and I start vlogging with that, I will get a camera soon, but still my phone will be pretty, like my main device. But then I'll probably use the camera for YouTube videos. But let's just talk about this. So this is pretty simple. It's just a small selfie stick, and I use it for vlogging because it's simple, portable, and compact. I even taught a class once at my school about how to do this. Oh yeah, and if you're little break, not a sponsor break, well, I'm going to talk about something. But the only reason is because I'm wearing the shirt, and I want to talk about them. Make sure, yeah. Camp Wildfolk, amazing camp. I would be there right now if there was no quarantine, but yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Guys, what's next on the list? Let's check. Yeah. So yeah, the next thing on the list is my computer. To make a video with your smartphone, you of course need some editing software. So I edit on my iPhone sometimes. I edit on my iPad sometimes. But most of the time, my main editor for like short films, some YouTube videos, would be my computer, which I'm actually recording on right now because I would be recording on this, but I just am not because we're using this in the video, and I'm not gonna record on this. This is like because it just points up and it's bad. But yeah, so this is a big editing computer. I use Final Cut Pro X on it, but then you can also use Adobe Rush for editing. So that's a great editing software. But yeah, Lightroom for thumbnails, Adobe Photoshop Express and Adobe Photoshop Mix for thumbnails, and Snapseed and Afterlight. It's all great photo editors. We're talking about video. So if you want to learn more about video, make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.